அனைத்து ஆசிரியர்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய நெஞ்சார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்கள். இப்போது கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் பேசிக் கொஸ்டின், கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஆர்கிடெக்சர் முக்கியமான கொஸ்டின் பார்க்க போகிறோம். இது பிடிச்சிருந்தால் லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள். டேஸ் இஸ் a command given to a computer to perform a specified operation on some given data. Answer: an instruction. Instruction is guided by dash to perform work according PA, PC, BALU, both A and B. Answer: CPU. Two important field of instruction are both A and B. Opcode, operand. இது important instruction. இந்த ஃபீல்டு வச்சு தான் நம்ம மிஷினில் ரெண்டுமே ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ண முடியும். அதுதான் ஆப்கோடு. ஆப்கோடுனா ஆப்ரேஷன் கோடு, ஆப்ரண்ட். இது ரெண்டுமே முக்கியமானது, இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபீல்டு. ஈச் ஆப்ரேஷன் ஹேஸ் இட் டேஸ் ஆப்கோடு, யூனிக்யூ ஆப்கோடு. ஆன்சர் யூனிக்யூ ஆப்கோடு. Which are of these example of Intel 8086 opcode? Move, add, sub, all of this. Answer all of this. Dash specified where to get the source and destination operand for operation specified by the. Answer operand field and opcode. இதான் specify the where to get the source and destination operand for the operation specified by the opcode. சரிங்களா? A answer. The source or destination of operands can be the dash or one of the general purpose register memory. The source destination of operands can be the dash or one of the general purpose register. Answer: memory. A. Memory. The complete set of opcode for particular microprocessor define the dash set of the processor instruction. The complete set of opcode for a particular microprocessor define the dash set of the processor instruction, the set of the processor. Which is the method by which instruction are selected for execution? Which is the method by which instruction are selected for execution? Instruction sequencing. 9th answer: instruction sequencing. The simplest method of controlling sequence of instruction execution is to have each instruction explicitly specify. Answer: A. The address of the next instruction to be run. 11. As the instruction length increase, dash of the instruction address in all the instruction is dash. Explicit disadvantages. Dash is the sequence of operation performed by the CPU in processing an instruction. Instruction cycle. Very important question. Instruction cycle is the sequence of operation performed by CPU processing in instruction. Answer: D. Instruction cycle. The time required complete on instruction is called. டைம் கம்ப்ளீட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா அது என்னன்னு சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா எக்ஸிக்யூஷன் டைம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆன்சர் பி. Dash is the step during which a new instruction read from the memory. Fetch. Fetch is the step during which a new instruction is read from the memory. Answer B. Fetch. Dash is the step during which operation specified by instruction are executed. Execute. 15 answer A. Execute. Decode is the step during which instruction is dash. Decoded. Decoded is the step during which instruction is decoded. The instruction fetch operation is initiated by loading the content of program counter into the dash and send dash request to memory, address register and read. 17th answer D answer. The content of the program counter is the dash of the instruction to be run. address of the instruction to be run. The instruction read from memory is placed in the dash and content of program counter is so that it contain address of the dash instruction in the program. 19 answer C. Instruction register incremented and next. Execution of instruction specified by instruction to perform operation. 20 answer A. Operation. Execution of instruction specified by the instruction to perform operation. Dash is symbolic representation of discrete element of information. Code. Code is a symbolic representation of discrete element of information. 21 B answer. Group of binary bits 0 and 1 is known as binary code. Binary code. A answer. Group of 4 binary bits is called nibble. A answer. BCD uses binary number system to specify decimal. Answer வந்து 0 to 9 வந்து என்னது BCD. BCD means binary coded decimal. The dash are assigned according to the position occupied by digits. Weight. The weight are assigned according to the position. What is the BCD for decimal number? 559 answer போட்டோம்னா A the answer வரும். Dash are the code that represent alphabetic character. Punctuation mark and other special character alphanumeric code. 27க்கு A answer. Abbreviation on ASCII stand for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. How many bits of ASCII code? 7 bit. Which code used transferring code information from keyboard onto the computer display and printers? ASCII. முக்கியமான கொஸ்டின் இது கூட. Which code used transferring code information from keyboard and computer display in printers? ASCII. Which code used represent number, letter, punctuation, make as well control character? ASCII. Abbreviation ABCD stand for Extended Binary Coded Decimal Interchange Code. How many bit are ABCD code? 8 bit. Which code decimal digits are represented? இந்த கொஸ்டின் போட்டு பார்த்தோன்னா ஏபிசிடிக்கு தான் வரும். ஏன்னா 8421 வந்து பிசிடி கோட் ப்ரிசிடட் பை லாஸ்ட் வந்து 111 வரும், அது ஏபிசிடி. Dash has the property that corrupting the garbling code word will likely produce bit string that is not code word. Error detecting code. Which is method used most simple and commonly? Parity check method. Which is method used most simple and commonly? Parity check method. Which is the method is parity? Both. Even parity method, odd parity method, both answer. The ability of code to detect the single error can be stated in terms of the concept of distance. The first n bit of code word called dash may be any of the 2 power n bit string minimum error bit information bits. A code in which the total number of ones valid n plus 1 bit code word, even this called an even parity code. A code in which total number of 1 is valid n plus 1 code bit code word is odd and code is called an odd parity. Odd one the odd parity. The code is simply subset of the vertex of the n cube. Which method used to detect the double error and pinpoint erroneous bits? Checksum method. ரொம்ப முக்கியமான பாயிண்ட், pinpoint erroneous bits checksum method. A code that is used to correct error is called error correcting code. A received with bit error will be closer to the originally transmitted code word than to any other code word, non-code word. Which code word was originally transmitted to produce a received word is called decoding. The hardware that does this an error correcting decoder. Hamming code was developed in 1950. Dash between two code who word defined as the number of bits must be changed for one code to another. Hamming distance. It is actually a method for constructing code with minimum distance of 3. இது முக்கியமான கொஸ்டின். ஆக்சுவலி மெத்தட் ஆஃப் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டிங் கோட் வித் மினிமம் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இஸ் 3. The bit position in a dash can be numbered 1 through 2 for I minus 1. Hamming code word. Each check bit is grouped with the information bit as specified by a parity check matrix. The pattern of group that have hard parity called the must match one of the columns in the parity check matrix syndrome, which are designed interpret as specified number of instruction code processor, which code is a string binary digit instruction code. The list of specific instructions supported by the CPU is termed as it is instruction set. Dash is divided into some number of field and is represented as sequence of bit instruction, which unit is necessary for the execution of instruction. Both timing and control, both ரெண்டுமே வரும். Which unit provides status, timing and control signal, timing and control unit. Which unit act as the brain of the computer, which control other peripherals and interface, timing and control unit. It contains the dash stack for PC storage during subroutine call and input-output interrupt service. 8th level hardware. Which unit work as interface between the processor and all the new memories on chip or off chip. Memory control unit. The maximum clock frequency is 50 MHz. Dash is given instruction machine language and instruction fetched from the memory by the CPU to execute CPU. Which cycle refer to the time period during which instruction is fetched and executed by the CPU? Instruction cycle. How many stage of instruction cycle? 4 stage. Which are stage of instruction cycle? Fetch, decode, execute, drive effective address of the instruction. All of this. Answer all of this. Which of the instruction 32 bit long with extra 16 bit? Memory reference instruction, which is addressed by the sign extending 16 bit displacement 32 bit effective memory address. Which are instruction is in which two machine cycle are required? Memory reference instruction. Which instruction are used in multi-thread parallel processor architecture? Memory reference instruction. Which instruction are arranged per protocol memory reference format of the input file in simple ASCII sequence of integer between the range 0 to 99 separate by the space without formatting text and symbol? Memory reference instruction. Dash is an external hardware event which causes the CPU to interrupt the current instruction sequence, both input interrupt and output interrupt. Both ரெண்டுமே answer. ISR stand for interrupt service routine. ISR stand for interrupt service routine. Which interrupt service have save all the register and flags? Input output interrupt. IRET stand for IRET stand for interrupt return. Which are benefit of input output interrupt? All of this எல்லாமே ஒரு answer. It is an external analogy to exception. The processor initiation and perform all IO operations. The data is transferred into the memory through interrupt handler. All of this. Answer D. All of this. Which are the not causes of the interrupt? It is an external analog to exception. Which are the cause of the interrupt? All of this எல்லாமே வரும். Which are the function of IO interrupt? Which of the function of IO interrupt? The processing organization IO operation for smooth functioning after the both. Answer both. Dash which the computer perform beyond human capabilities? Speed. Which computer perform the way of beyond human capabilities? Speed. Dash of a computer is consistency, accuracy. GIGO stand for garbage in, garbage out. How many basic operation of vestality? 4. Which are the operation of vestality? All of these. Dash of information human brain and computer happen differently. Storage. which are the basic operation for the converting all of this inputting, storing, processing, outputting, controlling all of this எல்லாமே பண்ணும். The control unit, arithmetic logic unit are known as the central processing unit. Which unit is comparable to the central nerve system in the human body? Control unit. Dash of the primary memory of the computer limited. Dash of the primary memory of the computer is limited. Storage capacity. Information is handled in the computer by electrical component. 0 and 1 known as bit. 0 and 1 abbreviation for binary digit. How many bit of nipple group? 4. How many bit of bytes? 8. Which is the most important component of digital computer that interrupt that instruction and process that the contained the computer programs? CPU. Which part of forecasts the brain of the computer and perform the most of calculation? CPU. இது பிரெயின் வரதுனால CPU தான் மென்ஷன் பண்ணணும். மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த கால்குலேஷன் சிபியூனா உள்ள எல்லாமே அடங்கிது. விச் இஸ் த மெயின் ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் த கம்ப்யூட்டர்? எக்ஸிக்யூஷன் ஆஃப் ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ். ஹவு மெனி மேஜர் காம்பனண்ட் ஆஃப் மேக் த CPU? 3. விச் ரிஜிஸ்டர் ஹோல்ட் த கரண்ட் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் டு பி எக்ஸிக்யூட்டட்? இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ரிஜிஸ்டர். விச் ரிஜிஸ்டர் ஹோல்ட் த கரண்ட் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் டு பி எக்ஸிக்யூட்டட்? இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ரிஜிஸ்டர். Which register hold the next instruction to be executed? Program control register. Each instruction is also accompanied by a microcode. Which are microcomputer commonly used for commercial data processing, desktop publishing and engineering application? Personal computer. Which microprocessor has the control unit, memory unit, arithmetic and logic unit? Pentium 4 processor. The processing speed of computers depends on the dash of the system. Clock speed. Very very important question. The processing speed of computer depends on the dash of the system. Clock speed தான். Which microprocessor is available? The clock speed 1.6 GHz. Pentium 4. Which processor are used in the most personal computer? Intel Corporation Pentium. இந்த கொஸ்டின் எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிச்சிருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.